Well, my dear viewers, as promised in the last Oddie's Ramble, today we are going to be visiting the Colt Castle. Now, I called it the Colt Castle in my last video because this is what I've been told by quite a few Swiss people when I mentioned this castle. They say it's owned by a cult or a sect. I will be polite and call it a religious group. I'm going to be very open-minded and objective until we find out a bit more. So, I don't know, there's sort of connotations when you say cult. As I say, I will be very objective and I will describe my feelings as we go along. One thing I can tell you, this castle is not open to the general public. You're not allowed to go there and buy a ticket and walk around. It's private property. They did a newspaper report on this a few years back, and the reporters were allowed to interview the keeper, but they were not allowed to go in and film inside. And my camera girl, my camera assistant, she rang earlier this year to find out whether we could go in and film inside, and she was denied that opportunity. They turned her down and said it was private property. So I'm going there today with my beloved. We're going to have a wander around, check it out. There's no crime about filming outside, and we will see if Oddie can work some magic to get inside. Let us just see. Anyway, I'm filming at the moment with the iPhone, but I change over to a better camera very soon, so we can zoom in on the architectural features of the castle. So without further ado, let us walk up the hill. Have you got your boots on? Actually, it's not bad today. There's no snow. I tried to get here a few days back. It was totally snowed up. I had to turn back. The roads were all clogged up. Today, the snow has melted. It's nice, crisp and alpine fresh. So, let's go. Okay, a quick rundown of the history of the place. It was built in 1889 by a baron who had made a lot of money through business enterprises, a very rich family, and this was one of their residences, but they had many all over, in Paris, around Switzerland too, in the French part. This was just one of them, but quite a major house. Anyway, this is the man who had it built, this baron, and the next picture we see is his elegant wife. They came to live here after it was built in the new Gothic style. Here we can see the original architectural design drawing of it. And anyway, he was off all the time on his travels, hunting and just general business trips and having fun. And his wife found this place very boring. She didn't like the area. It wasn't stylish enough for her. She wanted to party on with her friends in more genteel settings. So she basically left this place after a few years and didn't come back. But unfortunately, there was a daughter, Margarita, this young girl here. From what I've read, she was left behind at the castle. Was educated at the castle. She wasn't allowed to go to school. She was brought up by the servants. Yes, a fairy tale setting, but it must have been quite an unhappy childhood not to get to see your parents very often. I don't know how often she got to see them, but I did hear it was a bit of a sad life. She married quite young, probably to get away, and her young husband was killed a few years later in the First World War. So, not an altogether happy fate. Anyway, let us continue on now with the tour. As we draw up alongside of the castle, we can see the beautiful wrought iron gate, which is unfortunately closed. I just zoom in here. There's my shadow. As you can see, I'm looking up the stairway there, which would lead to the gardens. It's closed. I'm not feeling cheeky at the moment, so I continue along the side of the building, zooming in on a few windows. Is anybody home? It looks quite deserted. That would be the balcony, probably for the main bedroom suite, where the parents would have slept if they were at home at any stage. Now the keeper of this castle, I believe, is about 85 years old. Him and another elderly person live here alone, but I think they have meetings with the other members of the group. I don't know how often. I don't really know anything about this group. I will have a look a bit more about what this group is about in the next part. Yeah, this region, they grow grapes and make wine, but at this time of year there's not much happening. It's cold. Yeah, it looks quite deserted. Couldn't see a soul. So I continued along. This is the rear of the house. Actually, this is actually the front of the house. I'm sorry. I came up from the other way. You would have thought they would have built the castle the other way around because the road comes up that way, but this is actually the front of the house by the looks of it, which seems to be facing the wrong way. I don't know what this coat of arms means. I'm not sure what that is supposed to be all about. I guess it's the family that built this place. Must be their coat of arms, no doubt. I doubt it's anything to do with the cult or religious group that bought it afterwards. They purchased this place in 1933. Now this door stands out. It's not in keeping with the rest of the building. It's obviously a more modern steel type door, probably leading to the cellars, so they've got a bit of extra security there. Yes, this building here to the side with the old greenhouse, I don't know a lot about it. It may have been the servants' quarters, really not sure. It's nicely upkept though. It seems to have been renovated at some stage or restored. Surely that can't be the original condition. There was huge gates here and they were open. And there was no sign saying trespassing, so I'm heading through. Yeah, I'm being cheeky and I'm going to head right through there and just hope I don't get arrested. These appear to be maybe stable houses. Maybe the grooms lived here. Probably the stables were converted to garages with the coming of the motor car. By the way, this building is upkept with donations from the members. I did read that in the newspaper report, so lucky religious group. Come on, Oddites, put your money together and let's buy this place. You can come and stay here any time you like. Wow. I mean, the guy's old. Who are they going to give it to afterwards? Maybe I'll join the cult and they'll let me be the keeper. Woohoo! Here we see the building now in its full glory. So here we approach the front of the castle, and there is a statue group here. I did find out this is actually from the religious group itself. The statues have nothing to do with the original owner of the house. What a great place though. I know I say that about a lot of places, but I do like this. Could imagine living there. Mind you, the heating bills would be a bit of a shock when that bill popped through the letterbox. So I'm keeping an eye out in case a blunderbuss appears out the window and I get a load of shot in me butt. But the place seems to be deserted. Not a soul. Not a soul except the eternal watchers here. Yeah, there's an old fountain here, which is not in use. Lots of cracks in it. Doesn't seem to be that it would hold water anymore. Good day to you. She's giving me her blessing. I may stay on this property. Right. Let's get cheekier. We approach the door. Do I get in, fellow Oddites? Do I get inside this castle and film? Nobody has done it before. Will the Oddie magic carry him through? Stay tuned for part 2. Goodbye, my friends. Do not miss part 2. I recommend that you watch part 2. See you next time, my friends. Bye-bye. Before I go, my viewers, I'd just like to show you this. If you go to my homepage, you'll see this playlists here. If you press on playlists, you can access all the different types of videos. The first one here, you can watch all of my videos, all the ones I've done. The second one is for the historical features. That's all of the historical features. The third one is only the narrated historical features, all the ones with voiceover. So you can find them there. Here you will find all of the abandoned buildings, my tours, my rambles, including this video, you will find in this playlist. I just want you to know that. There's my vintage giveaways. You can just find here what suits you the most. You might find some abandoned tours that you've never seen before if you're new to my channel. Now I'd like to show you how you could send me a private message. I'm not on Facebook anymore at the moment anyway. I haven't found another site, but if you go to the top of my homepage, you will see underneath the top right of my banner various links. One is to my Zazzle store, the other one is to my Patreon site, and in the middle sandwich there is Google+. Many of you will have this already connected to your YouTube channel. If not, it's easy to join and it connects to your YouTube channel. If you press on that, it will take you to my Google+ site. And there you will see on my page these various little click links here. One is about. You need to press on about. And once that happens, I'll show you in a minute, what comes up is this. You see that on the top left there, Hangout. If you press Hangout, it will take you to the next stage where you can send me a message. You probably have to send an invite, sign in, send an invite, and then I accept the invite if I like you. And from there, you can have various options here. Don't video call me, don't phone call me. You'll not get through. I don't really have time, sorry, to chat individually like that. But you can send me a message there on the far right, and you can send photos of any interesting locations that you have or of any products you bought from my Zazzle site. I will include any images if you want me to on my community page. If you've bought any t-shirts or mugs, but yeah, you could contact me there, and there is the only option on YouTube, Google+, where you could send me images and a private message. There is another option to send me a private message on YouTube itself. I think I've showed you that before. If I haven't, let me know in the comment section and I will show you next time. Anyway, my friends, I will get part 2 uploaded within the next few days. I won't leave you hanging, I promise. But if I don't manage to get that done before Christmas Day, I would like to wish you all a very, very safe Christmas. Happy holidays. Be safe, and I'll catch you soon. Take care, my friends. Bye-bye.